Today I'd like to talk about foam in your keggerator. One of the causes of foam in your keggerator is the wrong CO2 pressure. Here's your CO2 regulator. There's a gauge on the top of the regulator which should tell you what the pressure is, your line pressure going into your keg. That needs to be at the right range. We did a whole YouTube video on what that range should be. Generally figure around 10 to 12 pounds and you'll be okay. If your pressure is way too high, 25, 30 pounds, you are going to get foam. Another problem is beer lines. They need to be clean. If you have clogged or dirty beer lines, you're going to get lots of foam all the time. Make sure the diameter of your beer line is correct. Here's examples of some beer line tubing. The beer line needs to be 3/16, which is the skinny beer line. The length of the beer line is also important. The beer line needs to be between 5 and 6 feet for most beers, up to 7 feet for a beer like Coors Light, or any other carbonated beer which happens to be made at a high altitude. Another problem one runs into is a damaged or missing probe washer. The probe washer is the washer that goes around the inside of the probe, which goes up and down. If that is missing or has a little nick in it, you're going to get foam every time. Take a look at your beer line itself, and if you see lots of tiny little bubbles in there, you definitely know that you have a missing probe washer. Another possibility is that your beer line is restricted or frozen. Too cold, obviously. If it's frozen, there's going to be a restriction right there. If it's kinked or something like that, it will be restricted, and that will also cause a problem as far as foam. Open your faucet all the way, too. That's something that a lot of people, oh, I just want to pour it slowly, it'll prevent a beer leak. No, you have to open it all the way. The most common reason for people to have foam in their beer is because their refrigeration or the tower is not refrigerated. Unless you have a beverage air or a Pearly keggerator, the towers themselves are not cooled. The refrigeration stops at the top of the beer box itself, and the area up here is room temperature. What happens is the CO2 which is in the beer will evaporate out of that warm beer and give you foam. About the only thing you can do to restrict that is something we call the 1-2-3 method. Just take your beer glass, put it underneath the faucet, open it real quick and close it again, wait a couple seconds, repeat, close it again, and then pour your beer. You're still going to get some foam, but it'll be greatly reduced.